Because I said to the doctor, I said, I'm not a doctor. I said, what do you
He went, stop putting yourself down, Carl.
There was not much around the B&B, so we had a quick walk around the car park.
Hello, what's the crack? What's the story? Welcome back to the channel. That was weird, okay? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a lovely day. Hope you're having a great day. My day has been alright, but it's okay. I'm here right now. I get to record. I get to chat with you guys in the comments. Before we start, make sure you give this a like, because obviously you're going to like it. Comment down below if you want to comment. This is Ricky Gervais Show, Season 2. Season 2. How did we get here? Episode 6. Kidneys. Let's go. Come on.
What's been going on? What's been going on?
I've been to hospital. I was rushed to hospital, like emergency and that.
Rushed?
Had a tube put on my knob.
You had a tube put up your knob?
Yeah.
What's the story?
Already? Carl. He just dropped it. Like, there was no warning. There was a tube up my... You guys do know what knob is, yeah? Anyone that's not British, knob is your thingy. A tube. Give me a warning next time, please, Carl. Thank you.
Kidney stones.
Oof.
So, shouldn't really be here, to be honest, doing this. He said rest. And that. Climbing them stairs on the way in.
To be quite honest, it doesn't look like you're expending a lot of energy at the moment. It's like at Zookeeper going, oh, that sloth move today. Calm down.
Yeah, but I had to get here. It's been raining.
Yeah.
I had to come up the stairs. I had to carry the computer.
Yeah.
Well, that's not entirely true, because your girlfriend was carrying it. I saw her outside.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
And then you handed it to me and said, Steve, carry this. So
Almighty.
Yeah, I know.
that's already a lie.
Christ almighty. Whinging.
Not whinging.
I'm in show business. I know loads of people that wake up every day with a sore knob, feeling like they've had their kidneys probed, and they would say they're unconscious. So they don't whinge about it. They get straight back onto it. They, a lot of them on TV now.
Yeah, straight back to hosting game shows.
Wow. What's he chatting about?
So you're rushed to hospital.
So take us through the events, because it does sound quite dramatic. You started feeling a bit of pain, did you, initially?
Felt a bit of pain. I thought, maybe I just pulled a muscle or something when I've been wrestling with Ricky. Because you don't know what damage has been done. So I just think, it'll go in a minute, and then it didn't. It got a bit badder.
It got badder, did it?
So
Badder.
then I thought, I
dear.
was crippled. I was lying on the floor in agony, looking on the internet, looking for sort of
Still looking
solutions.
up monkey news.
I just put in like bellyache and stuff, and they were saying me loads of different things. And what I used to do when I was a kid, I used to.
Yeah, if you're sick, do not look at the internet. There's been times where I just had a headache or something like that, and they told me I probably have cancer. It's just do not. You get tempted, just don't do it. You could be anything. Just go to the doctors. Cause I'm the kind of person, I don't like going to the doctors. I can count how many times I've been to the doctors in the last 4 or 5 years. Probably 2-3 times. When I had to go last time was for my eye. I literally had to go because I couldn't open it. When I opened my eye, it was so sore whenever there's sunlight in the room. I had no choice. But if I could not go, I just don't like going to the doctors. Oh, no. I'm going to tell you the story of the last time I went. Oh, I'll tell you later. Let's get into this. I'll tell you later. I'll just have a story for you guys. You're lucky.
Always just get a cold ashtray and put that on my belly. And the coldness used to get rid of the badness.
Amazing.
The coldness got me.
It's like a witch doctor.
Yeah.
This is like
a witch doctor happens to work in a pub.
It's like some sort of 5th century remedy, written in mud. Coldness doth get away with the badness.
Why specifically an ashtray?
Just because they sort of old cold.
Old cool.
They're old cold.
I don't know what this is. I love this idea that he's had the operation and he comes round and they're talking to him and his girlfriend gets a phone call and they say, Mr. Pilkington's maybe complications. He's just talking rubbish. She goes, oh, good.
Yeah, he's back to his old self. What? Why specifically an ashtray? Sorry, because it's old cold. I understand it's old cold.
Yeah, we understand. Everyone who's done a medical degree understands old cold, but old cold belly badness. If you want to buy that book, Old Cold Belly Badness, it's the history of abdominal surgery by Carl Pilkington.
No, it just,
But you put it in the freezer or something first?
You can do if you want, but they're normally cold anyway. It's sort of thick glass and that holds the cold.
Do you guys do that? Does it work? Let me know, please. Has anyone tried it?
But we're not smoking our house, so I had to use a plate.
Oh, well, that's madness. A plate's not going to work. Famously, a plate doesn't work.
No!
So you put a plate on your belly, but that didn't do any.
No,
that didn't work. So called Suzanne and said, I'm in agony here. She said, go to the doctors then.
Good advice.
So
a lot of people have done that straight away, as opposed to going through the plate ashtray.
So he went to hospital one day. He went to hospital and he said, "Have you got an ashtray?"
They went, no, especially an ashtray.
This is no smoking.
So anyway, then we get in a cab and what have you, go there. I have an X-ray.
His voice is even more boring than usual, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Oh.
And they put me on a drip and everything. Give me some morphine and stuff. And found out that I had kidney stones. So that's why I was in hospital. And they get them out by... I don't know what's gone on, to be honest. I've got some tube inside me. From my kidney to my bladder. That's helping me stuff get about.
And so there's a little tube up the end of your knob.
I never knew they did that.
Yeah, it's not there now. It's high up.
Right.
So it's high up between my kidney and my bladder.
But why didn't you have the thing where they go in the side? You had the choice to...
Because I said to the doctor, I'm not a doctor. I said, what do you
He
think?
went, stop putting yourself down, Carl.
He said,
We need you in the operating theatre now.
he just said, I said to him, what should I have done? Because he said, if you want, go home and we'll get you in again or something. Something like that. And I said, no, I might as well have it done properly. Have it done now whilst I'm here.
Sorry, the choice was have it done properly or go home.
It was something like that. He said there's something you can do, and I said, oh,
Flush it out.
no, because it's too big. It's something like 7 millimeters.
And it's basically because you don't drink enough water.
Yeah. So anyway, I said, what do you think I should have done? And he said, tube up the knob. And I said, not my favourite one of the choice, but if that's what you think. So he said, yeah.
Sorry, I almost choked there. Just the way he said it, chip up the knob. Again, there's no doctor that's going to call it a knob. No doctor. We're going to put a tube up through the penis. Yeah. Not up the knob. No doctor saying that.
Have that. He did me little diagrams, which didn't help.
God.
He was like showing...
How big did he draw your knob?
Sort of normal size.
Yeah? Was it?
It was all right.
You weren't offended by them?
But he went into detail. It's just, more the tubes and stuff in your bladder and your kidney.
What was your ball bag like? Did he draw that?
He didn't do that bit. He left that bit out.
Okay. Right.
But,
I used to do... Oh, my God. I used to do that a lot in schools. Like anyone... I'm sure there's some guys here that did it in school as well. Your classmates, you grab the book and you just start drawing dicks. I don't know why. Any chance, if I see any of my classmates' books free beside me, I grab it, draw a little dick, draw it. That's what I do. I used to do that a lot. But I feel like it wasn't just me. A lot of people were doing it. I'm not weird. It was just childish. And also, whenever you see a dirty car, just quickly draw one quick. In the snow, draw one quick. Something you did when younger. I'll probably still do it now to my close friends. I would need to someone that just a normal friend. You have to be close to me for you to understand it. I'm just messing about. Please let me know it's not just me that do it. Please don't be weird.
But he said, we'll just pop that up there. And then that's when Ricky turned up to visit. They came in laughing at me because we sat there in like my underpants and stockings.
Yeah.
Why were you
He was there. No, he wasn't in bed. He was sort of out of bed with his little drip, right? He had his little boxer shorts on, just sat there, right, in his pants, right, and he had stockings on.
Yeah, because they stop clots or something. They put them on your legs. It's like, when people have got big veins and they go on a plane.
Right.
You said you're not a doctor.
No, but I've seen it because Suzanne's mum did it, and she put them on ridiculously early, like 3 days before we were going away, and she'd never been away before, and everything was like over the top. Do you know what I mean? She's like, I best put them on. And so I put them on, and they like, I don't know what it is. It's something when you're under, your blood doesn't move about the same.
Doesn't move about.
And it can clot up in your leg. So you wear these tight tights.
And I came in to cheer him up, didn't I?
Yeah.
Was that a nice cheery experience, him coming in?
I had a headache at the time. I think I was a bit stressed out.
Well, he's just the man you want at that point.
Yeah. Well, it's weird how it suddenly all happened quick. And I woke up and there was an Irish woman over me going, "Are you all right? You all right?" And I said, "Oh, it's stinging a bit." She said, "I'll give you some more morphine." And I sort of put my head up to have a look at my tackle because I wanted to see
If it was still there.
what was attached to it. Do you know what I mean? Because they said something about they might leave some string hanging out of it so they can pull the tube out.
It makes you talk.
So I had a look for that. Couldn't see any of that.
Yeah.
But as she put the morphine in, all the muscles in your body go funny. My head just collapsed. But I'm in agony now, and
Are you in agony right now as we speak?
yeah, certain. But it does make you think now. Do you know what I mean? Like life and everything. I mean, it's weird how it's all happened in the last month. From seeing that bee sort of die.
No,
Well, not really.
I remember that last week he said that. He said he's seen a bee had a heart attack. Bullshit. How would you know he's having a heart attack? How would you know a bee is having a heart attack?
No. This is not a near-death experience.
It is
You
a
had a
little bit.
routine operation to remove kidney stones because you don't drink enough water.
No, I know, but
This is not a shark attack.
yeah, but it's all life-threatening. Otherwise, you wouldn't have to fill out forms, would you? Saying if everything goes wrong, Suzanne can have the house or whatever. They keep checking your heartbeats and stuff, and your blood pressure. I don't like knowing about that. I just like leave it. It's happening. Don't be messing with it. Stop measuring it.
Stop measuring it.
No, do you know what I mean?
Is that the same with a knob?
It's that thing of like they put that thing.
That's what
on.
the anaesthetist was doing when you were under, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was comparing the diagram to the actual thing.
Oh God.
Brilliant.
What is the closest thing sort of living that's nothing?
I don't know what you mean.
What the fool?
What?
What's like the
plant.
closest, like, do you know at some point something's gone from nothing to something,
Yeah.
hasn't it?
It's probably plants.
No, I don't
Flower
understand what you mean.
Do you mean what is the first and lowest and most primitive and most simple form of life?
No,
He's right here in this room, Rick.
say like when you look at a stick insect,
Right.
you go, right, there's a slight crossover there from a stick to a living thing.
No, it's not.
It didn't used to be a
No,
stick.
no, it's not. There's no biological relationship between it and a stick.
But there isn't.
So a stick had sex with an insect. A stick had sex with an insect and it made a stick insect. That's what he's saying. I didn't say. He said it. He said it.
Much difference between the two is what I mean.
Of course there is.
It's a
There
huge
isn't.
difference.
They just sit there looking like a stick. That's their skill.
Yes, but there's nothing to do with being a stick. It's like camouflage. That's like saying when a soldier puts on combat gear, you're saying he's a cross between a human and a shrub.
What I'm saying is, have you seen them weird things that just look like they sort of look like a leaf?
Yeah, there are insects that have evolved to look like a leaf.
At some point, something has had it away with a leaf.
No,
What?
at no point has something had it away with a leaf.
No, to make it look that much like a
No.
leaf.
At no point did a beetle shag a leaf. It's superficial. It's the way it looks. That's all it. That's like saying chameleons must have mated with green once. They are green.
No, but
it
what-
looks like a leaf.
But then how does it meet? How does it have relationships? It will be going around sort of having it away with a leaf.
No, it wouldn't. Oh, God.
No, it won't, because it doesn't know what it looks like. It doesn't matter. It's not like they, a stick insect will be talking to a stick for ages and go, "Oh, I've wasted my time here. This club's dead." Rude.
I was chatting to her. She was foxy, but she was giving me nothing.
But Dave, that's not a stick insect. That's a stick.
What are you talking about?
That's a stick. You've been talking to a stick all night. I thought.
I can't believe it. I just thought she had a great slim figure.
No, it's actually a real stick.
Well, I've been watching birds more than insects recently.
Oh,
In
okay,
the
you
last,
moved on from
in the
insect.
last week, just because I've sort of looked at the ant and the bee and that. And what I've found with pigeons is they've got wings,
Random.
yet they walk a lot.
I'd love that to be a thesis where he got like a £500,000 grant from a university, and they said, well, Pilkington seems to, he's done ants and he's done bees. He's followed ants. Apparently they're not doing anything. Some of them are lazy. We are granting him another £500,000. He's been working on it for a year. Please welcome Carl Pilkington.
Carl, what have you found?
Well, even though pigeons have wings, they walk a lot.
Wow. Is this diary yet?
Well, I heard, and you told me this, so I know it's true. Do you know when I talked about replacing blood with coconut, what was it?
Well, one, it said coconut milk can be used as plasma, but I haven't had that verified because it's off one of those websites where there are spurious facts.
But what do you think of that, Steve? I mean, I've sort of touched on it.
But I've just got to echo what Ricky said. I can't have an opinion unless it's been verified.
But why aren't you just being open-minded enough to go,
Can you guys verify? Is that true? Can they use coconut milk? I doubt it, but let me know, please.
well,
Well, no.
But
That's
it's
not
not a
being
question of being
open-minded. Open-minded isn't believing everything you hear. You don't believe everything you read, do you?
He does.
a lot of stuff you kind of go, well, that's interesting. So
But what we talked about this. What about Noah's Ark?
what about it?
Well, you said you believed it because it's in book form, but according to that, didn't he get 2 of every species on a big boat? But we know that's impossible, don't we?
Depends where he was. If he was above a zoo, there would have been a lot of different stuff knocking about. That's my only problem. What I'm saying is, where was he floating where he could get an elephant, a giraffe, a cat, a dog, a gerbil? Where were all these things floating about?
Well, exactly.
Right,
That's
these
my
Old
only
Testament
downfall.
zoos, they were quite
Yeah,
quite
but
big,
exactly.
really.
But you're right. You're questioning it. How is it possible?
But I've just said, a zoo.
There's no zoo that has got 1%
zoo.
of all animal species.
Well, I don't know where he got them from then.
There's a couple of million species of animal. And how did he round these animals up?
Because they were drowning, so they were looking for any boat.
So they were
Fair
actively
enough.
seeking out an ark.
Well, they would have just been looking for anything to get hold of.
Yeah, and where did he keep them all? How did he keep them all separate? How did he...
At that point,
Oh no, the lions ate the otter.
no, because at that point, it's that thing in it of how you all pull together in a
Don't
bad situation.
Talk shit.
You all chip in. They're all like, oh god,
chip in.
let's be nice to our neighbours.
Right. So there's spiders talking to flies and...
Well, they would have just gone elsewhere, wouldn't they? They would
What do you
have been
mean?
on another bit of the boat. The spiders don't have to knock about the lions
Let's be
just
nice
because they're
to
all
our
in it
neighbours.
together. They get their own little area, don't they?
Well, I don't know. How big is this boat? How
It's big. It's big. It's a big boat. How long? What was the warning he got from God to make it?
I don't know.
It's a couple of weeks.
Two of every species.
Yeah. Do you guys believe in that? If you do, fair enough. If you don't, fair enough. Everyone has their own beliefs, you know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think. Thank you.
Carl, how big would this boat have to be?
Yeah, it's big.
You can't just keep
Titanic.
saying it's
Bigger
big.
than Titanic.
Because I know in your mind, you're imagining this ark, there's a boat with Noah up the front with his wife, 2 giraffes behind him, they're next there, 2 elephants, and it just and it's just like elephant, giraffe, hippo, dog, cat, weasel, couple of frogs, and a spider talking to a fly going, let's get on. But when we're off here, you're dead.
But what would
Let's
you have
get
done
on.
then? Are you saying that you wouldn't get on there because it's too noisy?
It's not a question of
No,
what
it
would
didn't
you've done.
happen. It didn't happen.
To be honest, I'm not bothered. And they got through it, didn't they? They got through it. They're here now. We're not short of them. If anything, like I said, he didn't do us a favour because he saved too much. You can't move out there for stuff.
What a guy.
Oh, chimpanzee, nothing's raining down again, you fucking...
That's the jingle for excerpts from Carl's diary. This is all legitimate stuff. Ricky and I have had no input in this. This is the first time we get to read it. Went and did some shopping for stuff as it was my turn. Suzanne moaned a bit because I forgot orange juice and bought some cheap toilet paper. She always buys the expensive toilet paper. I don't know why they make toilet paper with pretty patterns on it.
That made it into the diary.
Up and out at 9 o'clock.
To be fair, I don't like using the scented ones as well. I like using just a normal, natural one. Can't be it. Nah. Just normal. Them scented ones, I used to when I was younger. Now, nah. I feel like the older you get, like, don't care. I don't know. Do you guys use scented ones? You guys use, I like Cushelle. Nice soft Cushelle. Oof. What do you guys use?
Block to go to the Cotswolds. Now, I think this was a gift for your girlfriend, wasn't it, for her birthday?
It was a
You went to the
birthday and
Cotswolds,
so I just went for one night.
Got the car and headed off. We found the B&B, but they wouldn't let us in the room because we were early. We went for a walk. There was not much around the B&B, so we had a quick walk around the car park and went back in. Happy birthday.
Run the car park.
The room was now ready. It's an alright room. Free biscuits, so I ate them straight away. Like a child.
Like a dog. He runs in, jumps on the bed. No.
Get off the bed, not on the furniture. The room overlooked the car park that we'd already been round.
Imagine.
You're staring at that window. Remember when we went there?
We'll always have the car park.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The room had posh.
I feel like, when I'm traveling, I like to make sure my hotel has a good view. Oh my God, no. I do not want to see car. I want to have to see a nice. It depends. If it's a city break, I want to see the city. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to see the car park. I don't want to see that. No. Let me know. Do you guys mind when it comes to that? And also, I like staying at the top. Literally, I don't want to stay in the 4th, 2nd, 3rd floor. Nah, the highest floor if possible. No, I want to enjoy views when I wake up.
Coat hangers in the wardrobe with sponge on them.
So I ate the sponge.
Don't think they are needed. We went and booked a table for Sunday dinner. I had beef. It was nice enough, but there was a family of 13 behind us. I don't see the point in going out in large numbers. They annoyed me. One of the family asked for sorbet before his next course. He was only about 11. He thought he was it.
11.
I said to Suzanne, I've had enough and needed a kip. Watched Planet Earth on BBC One. They filmed a panda for 4 weeks and all it did was sit in its cave. It did nout. If I was Fiat, I wouldn't name one of my cars after them as it suggests it won't work or go very far. It'd be like bringing out a Ford Sloth. No one would buy it.
Ford Sloth. I would love that ad campaign. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, God. The new Vauxhall Slug.
The new Peugeot Snell. Sorry. BMW Tortoise. What was it there? Can't think of anything. Yeah, you guys give me some examples in the comments. Thank you. That's all I have.
We had a look around the local village. There wasn't much to it. We did the usual thing and had a look around the church graveyard to see how old the dead people are.
Suzanne's had it over time so far. She's gone to the Cotswolds. The room wasn't ready. She's seen the car park, and now let's go and play how old the dead people are.
I like the fact that you mentioned we did the usual thing of having a look around the church graveyard. Do you make her do that every time you go away?
I like the fact. I want to know what she did for 2 hours when you slept. She just looked out at the car park, just like memories.
But that's what you do, though, isn't it? When you go to these places, there's nothing else unless you want fudge. Or you walk around the church graveyard and have a look. It's nothing.
We went home. It took 3 hours to drive back. People say they go to the country to see the wildlife. I saw rabbits, pheasants and a fox on the way home. They were all dead in the road.
You probably killed him.
I was just intrigued to know because Rob from Burton-on-Trent has sent this in, and he wants to know that because he's just started seeing someone, and he wants to know what your advice, Carl, is on how to keep her happy. So, what's your advice really for someone who's perhaps just started a relationship? I mean, you've been with Suzanne for what, 9 years?
Ages. I think you should just do what you want, and then if they like it, then they're the right ones for you. So don't go out of your way too much. I mean, I got to the post.
I feel like just literally be yourself, because the real you's gonna come out anyway, and you do not want to start off being some other person. Like everyone has that person that just understands them. Yeah, just be yourself. Look at me. I'm unique. I'm very unique. I think so anyway.
badge for a birthday. That's once a year. Rest of the time, it's kind of like, you know, I like weird stuff. I like watching weird stuff and all that. Now and again, I won't make her watch it. I'll tape it.
This is amazing advice.
But sometimes
This is amazing advice.
sometimes you just say, no, come on, the bloke with the 2 heads on, I want to watch it live.
With the 2 heads.
So give and take is what you're saying there.
That's all. It shouldn't be hard. As soon as it's hard, it's not right. So just go about your business. See if she joins in.
Woke up to the Commonwealth Games on the radio. Now, what are you making of the Commonwealth Games? Is that something that interests you? Are you a sports fan?
I'm not really. It's just seems to be.
Speaking of the Commonwealth, the last one was in Birmingham. That was nice. But the one thing, they built loads of apartments in, where is it, in Bar. I do go by there sometimes, and it's just empty. They built all the apartments for the athletes, you know, when they were doing their Commonwealth. Now it's just empty. I'm guessing they're gonna, you know, start, you know, selling and everything. But it's just weird when there's Olympics, World Cup, all that. They build all these new stadiums, new places, and when it's over, it's done. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Be sort of wasted. If people are running fast, use it. Do you know what I mean? Rather than just trying to beat your own record or someone else's, do something where you do have to run. If you're a good swimmer, be a lifeguard. Don't be messing about going up and down.
I was swimming recently. I do a lot of swimming, and I've never quite mastered my front crawl. Just never quite nailed the breathing, because it's quite tricky, isn't it? You know, you've got to breathe at the right moment. And so I'm in the swimming pool in the local gym, and there's a guy bombing up and down, really doing a great forward stroke. So I waited till he came up and sort of went, excuse me, mate. I was just watching you when you were doing your front crawl. I was really impressed. Could you just watch me when I do mine and tell me if I'm going
Why
wrong?
would you go to a man?
I know, and that was what that was the problem. Is only as I was saying it did I realise what it sounded like. I've just been watching you swimming up and down. I was really impressed.
And you're both in Speedos.
Both in Speedos. You know, I'm got the goggles on.
Yeah, Carl would never do that. Carl would never do that. Just mind his own business. He would never do that.
Prescription goggles so that I can see when I'm swimming.
But why do you need them? There's nothing in a pool to look at. It's not like you're scuba diving. There's nothing.
Hold on. Clearly there is something to look at in a pool.
Well, no, I wasn't checking. Well, I was checking him out, but I was checking him out for swimming tips. And he just looked at me when I asked him, can he just watch me and offer me any tips? And he just looked at me like I was just mental.
That is such a strange thing to say. Can you just watch? I don't know how you had the nerve to do that.
Well, it was innocently motivated.
Well, I know it's innocent, but what a strange thing to go up to someone and...
But what civilization are we living in where we can't just ask our fellow man to help us out with our forward crawl?
But we're in a society where we can't. But you know that. It's a strange thing to say.
But sometimes it's nice to just think, no, do you know what? I'm not going to fall into the trap of thinking he's immediately going to think I'm gay or that I'm chatting him up. I'm just going to ask him to do me a favour. There's nothing wrong with that.
What if he said, yeah, it's just good, yeah. Do you mind coming and help me with my plastering?
But it's not the same. He's in the swimming pool. He's there in the pool. He's swimming up and down. He's, you know, it's not no skin off his nose to just offer a bit of kindly advice. If your car's broken down in the middle of nowhere and someone drives by, you know, it's a generous thing to do. Just stop and maybe look under the bonnet and help them out.
I agree.
But I don't see how it's any different.
It is different.
And in the end, he did. And all he asked was that I wake him off.
Lovely. Oh, what an ending. Oh, what a show. Oh, imagine when this first came out and you listen to it every week. That would have been sick when it first came out. Oh my God. Imagine you're driving to work and this is what you look forward to every single... I'll look forward to this every single day going to work, literally. Yep, that was amazing. I really enjoyed that. If you want to support me, check out the Patreon. Check out membership, join membership, like, comment, subscribe. I just really enjoyed literally the comments. The comment section, I absolutely love it. I like to, you know, interact with you guys. It's good. We get to know each other. Yeah. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.